have been that person before, but for some reason I was so excited about my results and how much I knew that these products could help my friends. That's really why I was motivated to get into the business. So I was like, you know what? I've got nothing to lose. I'm just gonna blast these things all over social media. I'm gonna text my friends my photos. And I wasn't even thinking about it as like, I'm gonna sell these things. I was just, it really, my heart was, I'm sharing these with my friends. You have got to try these. So it was just, it blew up my business. I mean, I think I signed 20 something loyal customers in just my first week from just those photos. I didn't even know we had other products yet. I just was so pumped about the wraps.
I know, I was the same way. I didn't even know, sorry. I just got into sell wraps and I learned about how amazing the greens and everything else was later. Same thing. Yeah. Okay, Heather, let's see yours. Let's put Heather's up on the screen. Her cleanse results, look at those. Those are amazing cleanse results. I love them. Okay, so Heather, those are amazing, right? But tell me about what the cleanse started for you. What happened after this?
So after the second day, I was down 6 pounds from the cleanse, and I actually started craving healthy food. I no longer wanted my brownies or my cookies. So I started replacing those with like celery sticks and strawberries and salads and grilled chicken, and it completely changed my life. The rest of the month, I just ate healthy the whole time, and from March 1st until the end of March, I lost a total of 14 pounds.
So cool. Life-changing. That one little cleanse, because you'd seen it, you wanted to try it. That's amazing. You had no idea this was coming. So, okay. Stephanie, you're up. All right, let's see Stephanie's results. These are from the system. There they are. Okay, let's look at how long this was. How many days was this? 6 days, right?
It was actually 6 days.
6 days. Okay, tell me how these results, when you saw this before and after, how did they make you feel, and then what happened after?
They made me feel so good. I could actually feel a difference, and I almost forgot to do an after photo, but I remember the day that I took this photo, I was like feeling my stomach, and I was like, I feel like I'm thinner. Maybe I should just check it out. So I took an after photo, and I put it side by side, and I was just like, this is crazy. And I sent it to my team, and I was like, dude, check this out. Like, look at this. And I honestly, I don't remember which of my team told me this, but they're like, you need to send that to corporate. So I was like, okay. And I mean, by this time, I've never even shared my results for people. So, and I was also 6 pounds down too. I also did a scale photo.
Oh my gosh, that is so cool. Okay, so hopefully you guys are picking up on the fact that not only did these products help all of us change our lives physically, but the products are what is changing our lives financially. So I want to take a couple of minutes here we have left to talk about this, expand on this a little bit more, why it's important that we're showing you these results that these ladies did. They're putting themselves out there on the big screen. This is hard to do, guys. So let's talk about why. Why are we doing this? We forget this piece in our business. We wouldn't be here without our products, right? The products are the reason we have a business at all. So, Kristen, I want to go back to you. I know this topic is near and dear to your heart. We've talked about it. A big reason for your team's success is these product photos that you teach. Tell me about your mindset going into this business that came from your original results and how that's carried you all the way to Prez.
Well, I think because I was so excited and passionate about my original results, it's really just carried over into till the last 3.5 years. And my team will tell you I preach being a product of the product all the time. I actually just made a post the other day, and I was just, if our business is our products. Without them, we have nothing. And there are a lot of different products out there on the market, but it's our job to show people why our products are so unique, what sets them apart. And it's easy to show people a photo of your upline or a photo of your customer, but if you're showing them a photo of yourself, they can't argue with your incredible results. They can't. And so for me, I just had a baby 3.5 months ago, so I'm working on my next set of results, and that has propelled my business. And Lord knows I did not want to show my 3 weeks postpartum belly all over social media, but I did because I want to be able to help other people have the same results that I've been experiencing. And every time I post something or share when I'm out talking to people my own results, people are floored, and they want to become a customer distributor every time.
Yeah, One of the things we talked about that I love, I want you to just touch on this real quick. Some people get caught up in the products you can't use or they can't afford them.
Right.
Can you talk about that, and specifically when you were pregnant?
Sure. So when I was pregnant, I've heard from other distributors, either on my team or on other teams, that they just feel like maybe their business stalls out some because they're not able to use the wraps or supplements. And for me, I kind of used it as an opportunity to really showcase the skincare, and even using the facial wraps. I would actually put the facial wrap on my belly and then take photos of it and post it, and that would get a lot of attention. And one of the things I would do was always post about how I can't wait to wrap, after the baby comes, and I was always referencing what I couldn't wait to be able to use after, and how I knew that was going to help me regain my confidence. And so that really just helped me consistently be able to talk about products.
And you could confidently say that, how excited you were to wrap after, because you knew already what it had done before. We have your photos, so you knew after you had that baby that they were going to be amazing again.
Yeah, I would post my original photos still, and I'd be like, I cannot wait to get back here. Like, these are my original results. I did only 6. Can't wait to be able to do this again. And it would still get a lot of attention even when I was pregnant.
Okay, Heather, you have had this mindset from day one that we're talking about. You've had it from day one, and these are from your most recent results. But tell me about the very first product that you used, that you did this with, and how it carried your business.
So when I purchased my starter kit, I also ordered the hair, skin, and nails, just because I have hypothyroidism and my hair was so thin it would constantly fall out. And so I got that and tried it, and my hair grew so much within my 90-day challenge. And so I posted my pictures out there for everyone to see, and that's what jump started my whole be a product of the product thing. I truly believe that this company wouldn't be where we are today without our products. And so it's very important to be a product of the product. And I always tell my team, get an auto ship. If you can't wrap somebody, get a wrap on yourself. And so that's what we do.
Yeah. So when you first started, the bulk of your loyal customers were hair, skin, and nails, right? And now the majority of your customers are cleanse because you put the new ones out, right? Funny how that works, right? It's funny. It's not funny? No one else? Okay. Amazing how things that we do work. Okay, so it's also important to you that people understand they have to use the products correctly, right? Tell me about what you and your boyfriend did with the cleanse to prove that point.
So I have people all the time that I see on Facebook, oh, the wraps don't work. And so I always will message them privately and say, well, how did you use the wrap? Were you sent the exact instructions on how you're supposed to use it? Because the picture that says before you wrap, while you're wrapping, and after you wrap is so vital to those wraps. And so I actually will laminate those and make them small, and I'll tape them to my wrap boxes. So when I go sell wraps, people can have that so that they know exactly what to do. So we actually used the wraps and the cleanse wrong to prove a point. We ate junk food with both of them. We drank pop while on them, and so we got the exact opposite effect. So with the cleanse, when I did it wrong, I didn't lose anything, and my boyfriend actually gained a couple pounds doing it. So
I think that I've never thought to do that, and I think it is so cool, and you can do it with the cleanse, it's fine. But the fact that they didn't follow Dr. Dawn, the plan, the system, right? There's a system for a reason, and they tell us how to do this and to remove, on certain days with the cleanse, and the fact that it really does work if you follow the directions, right? So I think that is so cool, so thanks for sharing that with me. Okay, Stephanie, you're a little different. You alluded to this a minute ago, but we're going to talk about it. You're a little bit different other than these ladies. You didn't show your own results until these system ones, right?
Correct.
Okay, so tell me why that was. Why was this the first time? Why did you wait so long? And what have you learned since now sharing these photos?
I waited so long because I was self-conscious about myself. Like she said, in high school I was in sports. I was a gymnast, I was a cheerleader, I was a dancer, I did all of that. And after I had kids, my body was not the same, so I was really self-conscious about it. So, I shared other people's results and things, and, I grew my business, but it wasn't until I started to share and actually post publicly my system results where people were messaging me and they were just like, are those seriously you? Like, I know it's you because of that tattoo, like no one has that tattoo. So I right away signed some system loyal customers after sharing those, which was great because that was also the month that I got back from conference, and it helped boost my volume for when I promoted a double diamond that month.
So cool. Okay, so we have a couple more minutes, so I want get your aha tips ready or a final parting tip about products for everybody. But guys, it really is so important. One of the things that we talked about when we've been getting ready for this panel is you may have been in the business a while. It may even be a year now, and you may have some results from when you first started. Some of us, Chris and I, have been in this business over 3 years. So my original photos are from when I only had one baby, and they're awesome. They're awesome results. But it's really important to be able to say, if somebody says, does it work? Well, yes, here are my results from last week. Here is my results from this new product that we just came out with that I'm trying. Or I've never tried New You. We were just talking about this in the car, right? I've never tried New You and I'm getting great sleep. I mean, a recent testimony, because it doesn't just work, it still works. It's still working. We have to show people recent results. You've got to be a product of the product every day. Okay, ready with your tips? Final tips. Let's go this way. Heather, give me your final tip, either aha moment or a final tip about products and product usage and being your walking billboard.
I want to share an aha moment. And so this week I've been hanging out with my Ambassador Diamonds, and I was just texting my boyfriend, and I was like, man, I cannot wait until I'm Ambassador Diamond. And I was like, man, I wish I was Ambassador already. And he texted me back and he said, you need to stop wishing and you just need to go out and do it. And so
Smart man.
So I was like, wow, okay. So you have to speak it, you have to believe it, and then you need to go and tell everybody out there what you're doing.
Amen. Good job.
My aha moment, I guess my first aha moment was back in December. As soon as we got off the cruise, I had earned a full spot, and both my boyfriend and I went on the cruise, and for 6 months he wasn't 100% supportive of me.